Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, in this video, I'm going to be giving you the fastest vehicles to drag race with in GTA 5 Online. With the drag races, I have tested all the vehicles in the tuners, the muscle, and the sports class, and we'll talk about which ones are the slowest, the fastest, and which ones will be the meta. For the testing criteria, I used the same track. I made sure that all the vehicles I tested, I did not use the boost. This is important. I just tested all the custom vehicles with maximum performance upgrades just on basically the engine alone, no boost. The reason for this is to get a base standard that you can work with and understand which vehicle is going to be the fastest on the engine alone, because the boost is going to add to the engine performance. All right. Now, there's also going to be things like just the natural broken mechanic of the vehicles with, curb boosting with the rev limiter. Every time you hit a bump, it'll spike up the speed of the vehicle a little bit, then it slows it back down. And usually the older vehicles are more susceptible to this. But what I did with the testing is I made sure I clocked the fastest maintained speed, not the fastest on a spike, but fastest maintained speed. All right. And another thing that you want to pay attention to, and I will mention this as we go through the testing, is that some of the vehicles have more gears than others. So this can lead to a possibility of the vehicles being quicker, but not necessarily faster, right? And you have the potential of hitting the boost, the shift boost, which will give you a little boost in time and speed, because say a vehicle has 8 gears versus a vehicle that has 6, you'll have 2 extra opportunities to hit that shifting boost, making the vehicle faster. If you enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the tuners class. And don't forget, some of these vehicles do overlap into other classes as well. But first up, we got the Warner HKR with 109 miles per hour. Pretty slow. Probably don't want to go with this one. Next up, we got the Vector at 114 miles per hour. You notice there are 9 gears, though, so keep that in mind. The Cypher's 115 miles per hour with 7 gears. So perfect example, the Vector could be faster than the Cypher depending on your shifting. But the base rate, the Vector is going to be slower. The Euros is next at 118 miles per hour. Then we step into the Previon at 119 miles per hour. Next up, we got the Remus at 119 miles per hour. And the Tuners class is pretty well balanced. This class also has the most vehicles with 17, and it's pretty balanced. The Tailgater S, 119 miles per hour. The Dominator GTT at 120 miles per hour, but that only had 5 gears, so keep that in mind. ZR350, 121 miles per hour. The Sultan RS Custom Classic, 121 miles per hour. The Dominator ASP, 122 miles per hour for this vehicle. Then we have the Jester RR at 122 miles per hour. Again, 9 gears though. Futo GTX, 122 miles per hour. And then we have the RT3000 at 123 miles per hour. Next up, the Calico at 124 miles per hour. And this is where we're getting to the meta right here. Then we have the Comet S2 at 125 miles per hour. And then we have the Growler at 125 miles per hour. Okay, so shout out to the Porsches right there, coming in with the meta and the tail end with the Calico. Next up, we got the Muscle class. Here we got the Beater Dukes coming in last at 117 miles per hour. Kind of a bummer, but it's all good. Burger Shot Stallion at 118 miles per hour. The Phoenix at 118 miles per hour. And then we're going to have the Ruiner ZZ8 at 120 miles per hour. And then the Dominator ASP at 122 miles per hour. Then we have the Ruiner at 123 miles per hour. Shout out to one of the old school cars right there. The Pisswasser Dominator bringing into the meta at 129 miles per hour, an oldie but a goodie. The Gauntlet Classic coming in at 130 miles per hour. Only 5 gears though, keep that in mind. And the Gauntlet Hellfire at 130 miles per hour with 6 gears. Next up, we got the Sports class. Let's go ahead and kick it off with the Euros at 118 miles per hour. Then we have the Sugoi at 121 miles per hour. Next up, we have the Jester RR at 122 miles per hour. Then we have the Dinka Jester Race Car, 123 miles per hour. Another oldie but a goodie. Spectre Custom, 124 miles per hour. Very respectable right there. The Growler, 125 miles per hour. Meta for the tuners, but not so much for the sports. Massacre at 125 miles per hour. Another oldie but a goodie. The D10 clocks in at 126 miles per hour. And then we come into the meta right here, which is a pretty big gap between the other vehicles in the sports class. The Hot Ring Everon at 130 miles per hour. This is an example right here of the speeds going up and down. So I've again found the best average maintained speed there. And then the 10F with 8 gears at 130 miles per hour. Again, you see the tachometer twitching up between 129, 130, 131, 132. But with multiple runs, 130 was going to be the fastest maintained speed. And I do like this vehicle. I've raced with it a good bit. It's easier to hit the gears. And having 8 gears, you do have extra chances to get those shift boosts. And between these two vehicles in the meta, the Hot Ring Everon and the 10F, you can't go wrong. They're both very competitive. They make for a great race. So it's pretty cool. So again, the drag races can be good. They can be competitive. There is skill gaps with it. Boost popping is another, better way to actually get the most out of the vehicle, so you can have some good fun with it. But again, the boost will add to the base stats of the engine performance. One more thing I wanted to mention is that for some reason, the drag races would not let me test the Conjo SJ and the Postlude, my custom variants. I made sure there was no, drift racing components to them or HS. There's nothing like that. They're just standard upgrades. But for some reason, I could not test them, that my custom variants. And I believe it's because they're classed as coupes in the game. So maybe that's why you can't use your custom version, but they're already there for the non-custom variants to be used. So chat, help me out with that. I don't think it'll make too much of a difference, but if it does, just let me know and I'll make sure I make proper edits. But yeah, kind of strange, just some more bugs with the drag races. But just wanted to make sure you guys knew that and understood that. So there you guys have it, the fastest vehicles to drag race with in GTA Online. I hope it helped out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What are your favorite vehicles to race with from each class, all right? Make sure you're subscribed to my channel for the illest of realest content in the game. Smash that like button, and we'll see you in the next video, all right? Peace out. Yeah.